Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is J.D. Bird. You are listening to Maybank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Maybank Panther Athletics right here on the Maybank Athletics YouTube page. As always, for Cedar Creek Media, I'm Taylor Honey.
And I'm J.D. Bird.
And we are happy to be here for another one tonight. Of course, it is the first we've seen of the girls since before Christmas. You know,
Yeah.
We got to come out and see the boys earlier this week. Unfortunately, things didn't go their way, JD, but we did get a chance to see them. But we haven't seen these ladies in a while. So it looks like, JD, as always, we're cutting it close up against the national anthem. So let's go ahead and step away to the announce addresser, and we'll be back right after this.
We now ask for everyone to rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor and go with the playing of the national anthem. One, sophomore, Keely Walker. Number 2, senior, Olivia Ryan. Number 3, junior, Kaylin Harvey. Number 5, sophomore, Amanda Shearhart. And number 10, junior, Landry Guy. Band is coached by head coach Alan Wilson. And now, the starting lineup for your Maybank Panthers. 6-foot freshman post number 5, Honey Bowers. 5'8" junior guard number 21, Jada Varsity. 5'6" junior wing number 4, Callie Smith. 5'6" senior wing number 1, JC Rose. 5'8" senior guard number 11, Haley Richfield. Villanova is coached by Drew Sutton, Cody Simmons, and Marcy Brown.
All right, so as you heard there, got the starting lineup set for this one. Again, it's going to be another district contest. So far, your Lady Panthers 1-1 within the district. Came up with a big win over the Brownsboro Lady Bears and then had the loss to the Canton Lady Eagles. But looks like they're trying to get back over the top, or back over 500, I should say, JD.
Yeah, there you go. Trying to find a way to get the win here at home once again. As
I think it is just that whole channel, JD. I hate to say it. So, again, a little shop talk on the back end here, folks. Apologize, but do believe it is just that channel, my friend. So, soundboard problems. Gotta love them.
always a fun time, isn't it? But, yeah, like you were saying, trying to get back in the win column here tonight. Took a hard loss to Canton the last time that we saw them play. But I believe we have seen them take out these Lady Vandals before, and I believe they plan on doing that once again here tonight.
Yes, sir. This time it's just for a little bit higher stakes. You know what I mean?
Just a little bit more on the line here.
So still trying to work that out, that little bit of tick. So go on with it, JD. I apologize.
As right there, Aldridge going to win the opening tip-off, and it'll be Searcy bringing it down. She'll swing it over there to Smith. Smith getting double teamed. She's able to get out of it. And it will be an early three here from Litchfield. Rebounded right there by Smith. Nice job on the glass. Able to get it out to Jones. Back to Searcy up top to reset things. Over to Litchfield. Litchfield open again. Thought about the three. Decided not to. Into the corner with Searcy. She's going to pop it. A little far on that one. J.C. Jones there for the rebound, though. Gets it to Litchfield. Litchfield going to go on the drive. Goes up strong through the foul. She is going to head to the charity strike now to put up the first free throws of the game. Already right there, the Lady Panthers going to work on offense, doing a nice job controlling the offensive boards. As Litchfield now on shot number one, finds a way to get the bottom. She will put up the first point for her team here in this one. And shot number two incoming here. That one also good. So a quick 2-0 lead here for the Lady Panthers, as now Van going to have to deal with the press. Do a nice job passing it around to try to get it across half court right there. Smith almost made them pay. And now they reach their end of the court. And right there, Olivia Ryan with a three. As now the press coming from the Vandals as well. And they do a nice job getting past, but J.C. Jones's pass intended for Aldridge there, headed to the basket, just a little overhead. It's going to be out of bounds. So the Lady Vandals going to be taken over here, headed the other direction. Now we see the normal setup here for the Lady Panthers with this half-court press. And right there, Litchfield's going to just be able to knock it away. And Honey Aldridge all alone going to put in the easy layup. And quickly, Van going to try to respond. Stolen away by J.C. Jones. Searcy ahead to Smith. Smith bringing it all the way down until she's stopped. Ends up in Litchfield's hand. J.C. Jones in the corner with the three. A little too much on that one. Rebounded by the Lady Vandals. As now they slow things down, trying to run some offense. Found a nice pass inside there. Trying to make a little post move through Searcy. Aldridge on the miss with the rebound. Litchfield bringing it down for the Lady Panthers. She'll give it over to Searcy. Searcy going to go for the drive. Gets it to Smith out there in the corner. She tries to go baseline. Nothing going. Gets it to Litchfield. Litchfield on the drive. Puts in the floater.
Bailey Litchfield wasting no time after the holidays. Right back to her usual game.
Absolutely. Honestly, a little bit of a game we don't see much, and being the main
Defensive
scorer
stalwart.
here.
Yeah, true.
For the Lady Panthers right now. Of course, her defense is quite superb as well. And there it is right there. She gets the steal.
Oh! Trips over Ryan.
She's going to be tripped up there. Hits the floor, hops right back up, and heads to grab the ball on the inbound.
I'd be broken in half on the floor. She got up and just kind of looked like, okay, cool.
Nice. Nothing going. Just another day at the office for Miss Litchfield. As she's looking for Searcy on the inbound, gets it to her, right back to Litchfield now. As they're going to swing it around, going to end up in the hands of Smith. Smith going to face a double team here.
Good job to break it. Oh, loses the handle. That broadcaster curse we talk about all the time, but they're going to actually say it was poked away by Van, but really good job of avoiding the pressure from two girls.
Absolutely. Now Smith on the inbound gets it there to Searcy. As Searcy over to Litchfield finds Jones inside. Back to Searcy up top. She's going to take the three. Ooh, off the back of the rim.
Good
Van
shot,
going to come. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Van going to come away with the rebound. Now working on offense is Van. And nice job right there. Little connection between Miss Keely Walker to Miss Landry Guy. 6-5 the score right now with 4:53 remaining as Miss Smith is working things on the offense for the Lady Panthers. Hands it off to Searcy. Searcy going to get it inside right there to J.C. Jones. Jones over to Litchfield. Litchfield going to take another three. That one a little off the mark. Jones
That was
I don't know exactly what happened right there, but it ended up in the hands of Miss Searcy, and she puts it in the basket.
her first of the ball game after that 3-point miss, but puts the Lady Panthers back up a full possession at 3 points here.
And right there, good defense being done by Aldridge. Gets it ahead to J.C. Jones. She's going to try for the layup, nothing going.
Oh.
And they're going to say it's out off of Jones.
I think she was trying to draw the contact there and get the foul. Just good defense there by the Lady Vandals. They'll be rewarded with possession of the ball as well, JD.
Absolutely, as it will be Miss Liana Shearhart, I believe is how we said we were going to say that.
I think it's how we agreed to it, absolutely.
Bringing it up for Van. Over there now with Harvey as she tries to drive to the basket. Nothing going there. She's going to end up committing a travel.
That was a great job there by Jada, just keeping the hands active.
So a little bit of pressure coming right here from Van. And, wow, quickly done right there to get it across half. And it is into the hands of Miss Taylor Granger. And passing it around nice here. Granger with it once again. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Van right there.
By the way, that substitution for Taylor Granger was for J.C. Jones. So it was Jones out, Granger in.
I didn't
Swapping
even see it
out
happen. Right there, Searcy gets it on the inbound, back to Litchfield. Inside now with Smith. Smith going to put it on the ground and then give it over to Granger. Granger going to go on the floater, puts it off the backboard and in.
Nice move by Taylor Granger. I think Callie Smith had a pretty good shot at it too. Just was surprised by how much space she had. Kind of threw her off, but
yes.
Hey, it results in points either way.
As now it is Van on their side of the court trying to make something work here. And Taylor Granger going to be contributing on the defensive side as well. Bailey Litchfield looked to go all the way, pass it off last second there to Aldridge.
Forehead of Ryan there.
As Smith going to come away with it. Litchfield now over to Granger. Granger going to take the three. Little off on that one. Aldridge fighting for the rebound, unable to hold on to it. So it's going to go out of bounds off of her. Van will take it the other direction, but before that happens, Van coach going to call a quick timeout.
That's it. And so one little small observation I've seen here so far, I like the active hands over on the defensive end for the Maybank Lady Panthers now. We know they're a tough defensive squad. They don't allow really anything too easy to their opponents, but tonight's just been a whole nother level of really, we saw it with Searcy, Aldridge just tying girls up. Then we saw Taylor Granger straight up take one away from the Lady Vandals on that last possession. So like the active hands, like the aggressive mindset on defense against a team that you feel pretty good about your chances against.
Absolutely, and that's kind of like the whole shindig with these Lady Panthers is their defense is elite, and their defense is what produces a lot of their offensive ability.
So, I'm sorry, didn't mean to
ahead.
cut you off, but I do have a friend that is entrenched with the Van folks, and he just shot me a message that it's Shoreheart. So, and that's from the coach. So Shoreheart.
Shoreheart.
So just since I got that little inside tidbit there, I figured I'd share it. So.
Well, that's not how. No. I'm just As now it will be the Lady Panthers trying to break this little bit of press here. Litchfield able to get it across half court, hands it off to Searcy there. Now let's try to run some offense. A little double team coming at her. It's going to be poked out of bounds right there by Van. So stay on this end of things with Maybank. As Miss Litchfield going to be doing the inbounding responsibilities. Gets it in right there to Searcy. Searcy right back to her. She's going to take another three. Again, just off the mark. Van trying to get the rebound, but looks like her foot was on the line right there.
That's exactly it. Maybank going to get to steal away an extra possession here as Van not able to collect the ball inbounds.
This time inbounded right under the goal. Going to get it into Granger. Granger going to take the quick shot. Not quite going there. As right there, Aldridge down low. I believe they said she was fouled. Number 41 with a push right there going over the back of Aldridge trying to fight for the rebound.
Looks like you've got number 10, Nina Sanchez, junior guard coming in. Going to give Litchfield a little breather here.
And Sanchez going to take over in the inbounding responsibilities. Finds Searcy right there for a corner three off the back of the rim. Comes into the hands of Granger. Now Callie Smith going to try to go drive all the way around the court there. And Olivia Ryan does a nice job after rebounding the miss to take off right there. And I believe it was Searcy who had to just go ahead and foul her to stop that momentum.
Yep. So
still only a 5-point lead here for the Lady Panthers with 2 minutes remaining in period number 1. As Van trying to figure out a way to get their offense running. As they grab the offensive board right there. Olivia Ryan with another three.
buried it from range. 2 for 2 so far.
Takes the lead down to just 2 here. As Granger bringing it across half court. Skips it over there to Searcy. Searcy going to go all the way to the basket.
Wow.
Goes up and goes in.
Tough basket there for Jada. Came at a big time, too. Lady Panthers needed something.
Had to be able to extend that lead a little bit. Goring got a little dry there for a second as Olivia Ryan tried for another three. And that one, I believe her first miss from 3, as jump ball going to be called on the rebound.
This is her first miss.
It'll be Olivia Ryan doing the inbounding duties right here, and it's going to be stolen away by Callie Smith. Smith pushing the envelope here. She's going to hand it off to Searcy on three-point land. She's going to take another 3, trying to shoot herself out of this little spell. Granger gets it at three-point land. Thought about it for a second. Searcy going to go all the way to the basket. Puts it up and puts it in, and one. Jada Searcy.
So 0 of 3 so far from 3, but 3 of 3 from in close. And a couple of those buckets have been real tough. Looks like she is well rested and relaxed. You know, these girls played a whole lot of basketball coming up to the holidays. So, of course, they did play in a tournament right after the holidays as well, kind of get everything back in. But it looks like they're rested, recuperated, and ready to finish out this district schedule.
Searcy right there on the free throw, going to get the lucky bounce, and it goes in. Now Searcy going to end up going to grab a little breather. It will be McKinley White coming in her place. J.C. Jones also back onto the court.
For Callie Smith.
As Van now trying to work the offense. Passing it around, trying to work through the double team. They did a nice job there. Trying to go baseline, nothing going. They get it back out, looking for Olivia Ryan in the corner. She's going to take it baseline. Nice setup right there. Olivia Ryan to Landry Guy. And they put in the little short basket.
Fundamental basketball.
McKinley White finds Miss Taylor Granger as she gets it across half court, being able to break that press. Nina Sanchez with it, finds J.C. Jones inside, back to Taylor Granger there on the short corner. And Granger gonna chase down her own miss. Gets it there to Aldridge, passing it around. McKinley White gonna take the 3. That one off the mark. Aldridge was looking to fight for it. It's going to be nothing going there, as after one period of action, it'll be 15-10. Your Maybank Panthers with a short lead. Really quick, we're going to step away, and we'll be right back here after this.
Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
And we are back here in Maybank for the second period of action as they are holding a 5-point lead over the Lady Vandals at the moment. 15-10 the score. As quickly here, Aldridge getting yelled at from across the court to tuck in the shirt. 5 on the court right now for the Lady Panthers. It'll be number 10, Nina Sanchez, number 12, McKinley White, number 3, Taylor Granger, number 1, JC Jones, and number 5, Honey Aldridge. Right there, able to get it inside to JC Jones. Nina Sanchez grabs it from being taken away, puts up the shot. Unfortunately, no good, so Van heads the other direction. Olivia Ryan with it, gonna go on the drive, able to put it up and put it in. Little resistance there on that one.
Yeah, left hand too. Talk about it all the time. Amazes me how well that left hand is developed in high school nowadays.
And up ahead to McKinley White, there to Honey Aldridge. She's gonna stop for a second, and I think they're gonna call her for a travel. Looks like she picked it up, took a step, and then did the hop step. So they are gonna call her for that one.
Yeah, she is a freshman. We'll give her a break.
Looks like I should probably transition this back so they're not looking at things we're watching the entire time. My bad, everybody. As now it is Van. Gonna finally get it across to their side to try to work the offense. Doing a nice job causing confusion in the Maybank defense at the moment. And it looks like went out of bounds off the knee of Lady Panther, so it's going to stay on this side with Van. Looking for the inbound here under the basket. Going to find Olivia Ryan cutting straight to the hoop. Blown layup there. And a foul committed as Bailey Litchfield grabbed the miss. It'll be Litchfield doing the inbounding right there to Miss Granger. Hands it off to Bailey. Bailey goes up ahead to Miss McKinley White. White slows it down, tries to get it to Granger. Wow.
Bodies piling up here.
It's a fight for it. Bailey Litchfield comes away. Taylor Granger all alone going to take the right-handed layup. It is up and in.
Well,
that was like a football play right there.
We'll take the easy lay-in, but it definitely was a roundabout way to get there.
Absolutely. Van now on the offensive side of things.
Granger
Olivia Ryan gets blocked. Bailey Litchfield grabs the rebound. She's going to do a little stop and pop. Rims out on her, though. And I believe a foul going to be called on Miss Honey Aldridge right there. We're going to call her for over the back. As Van will now head the other direction. Number 5, Miss Lana.
Sureheart, right?
Sureheart.
Yeah. Oh,
goes right through the hands of Miss Jayla Thomas right there.
Yeah, she just lost it. Nothing else to say about that, but Van's going to keep up the pressure here, JD.
So quick turnover on Van's end. Ends up with the Lady Panthers headed right back to work. They get it up ahead to Honey Aldridge. Aldridge looking for a pass across court. Had it kind of tipped from behind her. Taylor Granger, nice defense being played right there. Nice block right there from Honey Aldridge. Granger up ahead to Searcy. Searcy going to go all the way, and she's fouled.
Was looking for somebody to make the outlet pass, too. Saw there was nobody there, so just had to go strong to the bucket. And it will result in a couple of shots here, so smart play by the veteran.
She does a really nice job of doing that, too. When she does it, she's very controlled. Does a great job of being able to draw that foul. Searcy on shot number 1, finds the bottom of it.
Point number 8 so far from Miss Jada Searcy.
Definitely leading this team in scoring in the early goings of this. Well, I say the early goings of this one as we are 5:40 left in period number 2 now.
Low scoring affair here tonight.
Yeah, not as many points as we are used to seeing these Lady Panthers put in. Is right there. Miss Searcy goes perfect from the line. 19-12 their lead, only by 7. As Van going to be able to get down court really quickly. Just missed, just not able to hold on the pass. Jada Searcy able to pick it up, slows things down, gets it to Litchfield. Litchfield inside with Miss Jones. Looks like she
Called a travel. I was worried about that. Looked like that plant foot moved a bit before she made that pass.
Yeah, forgot to keep the pivot put. That's a nice. Wow, nice English, JD.
I listen
pivot
to what
foot.
you mean, not what you say. Don't worry.
As now Van back on the offensive side of things. As they're going to call Miss J.C. Jones right there for a push.
You know, I feel like we've seen a lot of fouls, but it's been 1 or 2 fouls by a bunch of different people. So nobody really in foul trouble yet.
Nope, not in the early going anyway. As high pass right there was intended for number 4, who is not on our roster.
Oh, no, she's not. Apologize about that. Which is,
whoops.
you know, we've seen a lot of that, though, JD. That last pass we saw from Van, we've seen it a bunch from both teams. Maybe it is just the rust of working back from the holidays like we were talking about, but we've seen quite a few errant passes thrown tonight, whether it's just trying to get the ball pushed up court or even just the simple little side-to-side pass like we're seeing here. So, and like we're talking about, not very much on the scoreboard so far, 19-12. I mean, we're used to seeing the girls put up, 15, 19, 12, something like that a quarter,
yeah.
Let alone a half. So, but we have seen Maybank go on some explosive runs throughout the course of the season. So if anybody, we talk about, we haven't really talked about her a whole lot, but we talk about her a bunch, is Miss Honey Aldridge. We hadn't talked about her much tonight, but we normally talk a lot about her as Honey Aldridge. And usually whenever I say, hey, she's having a little bit of a slower night, she tends to kick up her game. So I'm going to go ahead and play that card early tonight, JD. Say we need a little more Honey Aldridge down there in the middle. And then, of course, with Searcy, we see her pretty hot from behind the line. She hasn't really shot well from the three-point line so far, JD, 0 of 3, but has been perfect everywhere else. So 3 of 3 from the floor and then 3 of 3 from field goal range as well. So definitely unusual way of scoring for Jada, but she's still getting it done.
Absolutely. As after the timeout, it will be Maybank with the possession here. Of course, Litchfield doing the inbounding duties. Gets it right in there to Miss Callie Smith. Callie Smith to Miss Searcy. Searcy with a nice cross there. Gonna go all the way to the hoop. Ooh. Nobody stopped her, able to put it in.
She's feeling it.
And now Van trying to find a way to respond back here. Nice job by Litchfield right there. They were looking for the pass inside. She just swatted that away.
Staying active, making Van have to think about this.
21-12 right now with 4:37 left in period number 2. As Maybank still leads it. Man, looking for somewhere to go in. They finally do. And she finds herself in trouble. See if I can say it correctly this time. Picked up the pivot foot once again, this time on the other side of things. As Van going to commit the turnover.
You nailed it. You nailed it, JD.
Sometimes my brain goes a little quicker than my mouth does.
English don't talk so great.
Yeah, that's it. Jada Searcy this time going to be doing the inbounding duties. Gets it in right there to Miss Callie Smith. She's going to push it up quickly. Gets it across half, finds Litchfield in the other half of the court. Into the corner with Miss J.C. Jones. She decides not to take the 3.
And another travel going to be called. So
I think they were calling something on Miss Honey Aldridge right there.
Sorry, I apologize.
I don't know if I don't think it was a foul. I think they said 3 seconds in the lane maybe.
Ah, okay.
As now Van going to have it on offense after the turnover. And right there, Jada Searcy just going to steal it right back. She's going to go all the way. Nobody stopped the ball, and she's going to put it up and put it in.
13 points for Jada Searcy now. Leads all scorers.
She is just continuing this. Usually we do see her as much more of a shooter. But right now, nobody is stopping her whenever she has got the ball in her hands, and she's just going all the way to the hoop.
We're seeing once she gets a full head of steam going towards the basket, she's quicker than she really looks. She can slithering around multiple defenders and even really hitting the tough shots here tonight. So definitely been an impressive display. And this second quarter has kind of been her coming out party.
As now Van looking for the inbound here, looking for somewhere to go with it. And just has to heave it back, and it's stolen away by Callie Smith. Looks like she's going to try to go all the way.
Oh. Circus
And
foul.
gonna put in the and one.
Wow. Callie Smith, my goodness.
Found a way to make that work. As she will head to the charity strike now for a chance at a three-point play.
Looks like you got a couple of subs getting ready to come in on the next dead ball. Yep.
Which would be right now.
and
So
Granger.
a little lull moment, so they just go ahead and decide to send them on in there.
That was Litchfield and Jones coming out. As I said, Sanchez
And Granger coming into the game.
Coming into the ball game.
3:50 left to go here in the half as Callie Smith going through her free throw routine. And she puts it in. Really good free throw shooting thus far tonight for the Lady Panthers. I don't think that anyone has missed a free throw
No,
so
sir.
far. As Van once again on the offense, looking for the way to run it, as struggling to figure up the ball. And it's going to be stolen away by Granger is the hands that it ends up in. Right there off the miss, Callie Smith fighting for the rebound. Miss Granger hadn't come back in bounds yet and ends up touching the ball. So.
Well, it ended up touching the hands of 4 Lady Panthers before it was finally fully stolen. So spreading out the wealth.
that was a team effort steal right there. As now Van back on offense, looking for a way to get it done. And it goes right through the hands of number 10, Landry Guy right there. It's going to be out of bounds off Van. So Maybank going to head the other direction. Looks like substitutions came in for Van there. As Miss Nina Sanchez tying her shoe. That's what the quick lull and everything was. Sanchez grabs it right there from Searcy. Searcy up ahead to Granger. Granger had it plucked from her right there. Number 5, Lana Sherhart working with it there, working on the defensive side there. Ends up going out of bounds off of her. So Maybank's still going to head their direction. And Searcy going to get it all the way to Callie Smith. Callie going to go all the way in, and she's got it right there with the floater.
Well, Maybank obviously has their game plan now, attacking right at the rim. Not many shots from outside of 3-4 feet coming.
And right there, great defense being played by Miss Nina Sanchez as she pokes that one out of bounds. It'll stay on this side of the court with Van. As they get it up top, Sherhart with it. Gonna go into the corner now, dribble it back up top. Back over into the corner, Sherhart with a 3, and she's got it.
First point scored by somebody that is not Olivia Ryan or Landry Guy for the Van Lady Vandals.
Right there, a travel going to be called on Nina Sanchez. So after the turnover, Van will head the other direction. It's going to be Sherhart bringing it down for Van. As right now they're still just trying to figure out a way to run their offense here. Is right there. Callie Smith comes away with another steal. Going to slow it down a little bit and has the layup. Nice and easy right there from Miss Callie Smith as they extend their lead to 15.
Callie Smith now 7 points, entered the quarter with none, so she's had a good second quarter.
The entire team has kind of opened up here in the second period as the scoring has gotten heavy for them. There's Miss Callie Smith showing how much heart she plays with, not afraid to get on the floor and force the jump ball there on that one.
And there was Jayla Thomas showing how a flying knee worked.
And they're going to get it in right there to Miss Keely Walker. Walker was trying to go to Harvey right there, and Jada Searcy ends up kicking it out of bounds. Forces Van to reset things. So now Sherhart with it. Up at the top of the key. Going to run the offense. She's just going to stop and take a 3. A little early for a heat check, if you ask me, but She decided to go with it. It's rebounded by Honey. Sanchez up ahead to Searcy. Searcy just goes right through the double team into the corner with Smith. Smith all the way to the hoop, and she's got it with the drive. A minute 37 left, 32-15 lead here for the Lady Panthers. As Sherhart working with it on offense for Van. Gonna try to go on the drive. And I think they're gonna catch Sanchez for a foul there.
Yeah, blocking foul gonna be called here.
Not quite enough movement in the feet. Of course, when someone's bull charging you like that, it's kind of
hard to have pep in the step.
I mean, you want to be able to stand your ground. I mean,
I mean, we do live in Texas. It is a stand your ground state, so.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Another foul going to be called against Maybank, as right there, Miss Jada Searcy gets called for a hold.
Uh-oh. Don't like that. Only a minute 20 left to go here in this quarter, and fouls are starting to come a little easy here for the Lady Panthers.
As it will be Van still on offense. Sherhart just going to give it right up to Searcy. Searcy, full head of steam. She's going to go all the way, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, I had Thomas draped across her shoulders there all the way down the court. Fought through the contact, put up a good enough shot to draw the foul, like you said. And so far, been good from the free throw line. 3 of 3. See if she can keep it going. Since I said it, probably not.
I didn't want to say anything.
Tell you what, I'll knock on this wood here. There we go. I'm knocking on wood.
I didn't want to say anything. Shot number 1 coming from Miss Searcy.
Yep. Well.
Ends up rimming out right there. And some substitutions. One substitution going to come in the game. Miss J.C. Jones going to come in for Miss Taylor Granger. Looks like the other substitution going to be coming in for Miss Searcy whenever there's the next dead ball after the free throw. Searcy shot number 2. That one does fall. Now the substitution comes as Miss Litchfield going to come back into this one. Minute 15 left. The lead still with Maybank. An 18-point lead here for them.
It's kind of ballooned this quarter.
As Van trying to work something a little bit different. 3-point attempts coming from him, and she's got it right there as Miss Kaylin Harvey with the 3-pointer.
Her first shot and her first make.
As now trying to break the press, and they finally do. Litchfield going to take it. Gonna find in the corner Miss J.C. Jones. Decides not to take the 3. They get it back up top with Litchfield to slow things down. Litchfield looking for a little drive there. Oh, scary pass right there, but able to get it, Sanchez. J.C. Jones on the baseline drive. She's going to put it up and put it in.
Little English on that one.
That was a nice-looking shot.
See if Van holds for the final shot if they try and push it here.
Looks like they're going to try to push right there.
Yeah, going to be
as Olivia Ryan going to end up drawing the foul. I believe that's going to be the 5th foul called on Maybank. So Ryan will head to the charity strike here with only 11 seconds left in period number 2.
That was called on Callie Smith, and it looks like Searcy going to be ready to hop right back up.
First shot coming up for her here. Shot a little flat, but it ends up finding the bottom of the net there. As Miss Searcy comes back in for Miss Nina Sanchez now.
Yeah, putting in the offense. Maybank going to have one more shot attempt probably.
And that no good right there on the second one. Up ahead to Smith. And Smith is going to have it poked out of her hands right there by Miss Keely Walker. It's going to stay with Maybank, however. They've got 7 seconds left to do something here. They get it into Miss Searcy. Searcy trying to push it up a little bit. She's going to go all the way, and she's got it. Call it good before the buzzer as Miss Jada Searcy gets herself another 2 points headed into halftime.
Man, Fun to watch.
Absolutely, as now the boys coming out here to do a little bit of warm-ups during halftime. Quickly, though, we are going to step away. Well, I say quickly, but this is a little bit longer than what we usually step away. And when we come back, we'll kind of give you some of the scoring breakdown for the two teams so far in this one. So with that being said, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Barks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right of Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doublekphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics. All right, well, back to it here. Of course, as always, Cedar Creek Media. I'm Taylor Honey.
And I'm JD Bird.
And JD, I got a little bit of a scoring breakdown here for you. Now, it was a big swing there for your Maybank Lady Panthers in the second quarter. Ended after one, it was only 15-10 lead for your Lady Panthers, and they just they really turned it on there in that second quarter. Outscored the Lady Vandals 22-9 in that quarter. So definitely kind of turned on the juice a little bit. Let's go ahead and start with the Lady Vandals and the scoring breakdown for them. Leading scorer is number 2, Olivia Ryan. She has got 9 points. And then number 3, Kaylin Harvey, and number 5, Lena Sherhart. They both have 3 points apiece. And number 10, Landry Guy, with 4 points. So that is the full breakdown for your Lady Vandals. And then for your Maybank Lady Panthers, leading all scorers is Jada Searcy with 16 points, JD. Whew. So again,
she's having herself a night.
You know, and we're used to seeing her really fill up the stat lines and be one of those big offensive contributors, but we don't see her normally do this much heavy lifting. I mean, that's a lot of work. Right behind her, you've got another senior in number 4, Callie Smith. Junior. Callie's a junior. She's got 9 points, followed closely behind by Taylor Granger and Bailey Litchfield, each pouring in 4 points. Honey Aldridge and JC Jones following up with 2 points apiece. So, yeah, again, we're used to seeing Jada kind of fill it up. We're used to seeing Honey kind of play fill that second role. Haven't seen a whole lot from Honey on the offensive side, but defensively, it's been pretty good for her. And really, defensively as a whole, the Lady Panthers have looked really strong here tonight. Again, only giving up 19 points in the first half. Van's kind of had a few miscues, kind of throwing the ball around a little bit. But whenever they've had to, the Lady Panthers defended really, really well.
Absolutely, and, that's like That's their MO. That's what they do.
Right.
They play great defense. Every single one of the 5 that are on the court for Maybank at any given time, any one of those ladies can step up and do what they need to do on the defensive side of things. And, as far as offense goes, it's kind of just whoever it's going to be that night. Tonight it happens to be Ms. Jada Searcy that's really filling it up for the team. You also got Ms. Callie Smith doing a fantastic job. They've done really great. They haven't been doing as well from beyond the arc tonight as we have seen them in the past. Tonight it has just been Van hasn't really been stepping up and stopping the drive as it's coming at them. So the ladies are just inclined to go ahead and take it all the way to the hoop and make the shot even easier. When you can shoot from a less of a distance, that's going to be easier than whenever you got to heave it.
I can always make the ones
So,
under the bucket, but as soon as I got 4 or 5 feet out, I couldn't make nothing. So
absolutely,
I know exactly
and
what
whenever
you mean.
you're able to put it up and use that backboard in any way on your shot, that absolutely helps the helps the shot as well. So they've done a great job of knowing when to go ahead, put it all the way inside, and go ahead and give them the easier shot.
Yeah, and for Van, they're going to have to find another answer on that defensive side of their own. Kind of their tough girl down there, the one that's the bully on the blocks, I guess you could say, is number 41, Jayla Thomas. We've seen her, whenever Van has been able to upset some shots there at the rim, Thomas has been a big part of that. But 3 fouls there in the first half, so it's definitely going to be interesting for her. We're going to have to figure out if she can find a new style of defense, but also be able to keep that same toughness. And then over on the other end, it's really just about doing the same thing. But one thing we haven't seen is the Maybank Lady Panthers really capitalize on offense. Now, it's hard to say after having a 22-9 quarter. I get it, and they put a pretty good standard, more than standard output there in that second quarter. But
absolutely,
we've seen it a couple of times. We saw it in that Canton game last time out. Sometimes they have a little bit of trouble getting the lid off the top of the bucket there. So I kind of want to see a big explosive quarter from these Lady Panthers. I mean, it doesn't have to be in this third quarter. It could be in the fourth, whatever. But I would like to see maybe a 30-point quarter, just something to kind of build on as you're working towards the next couple of weeks. Because don't forget, you've still got showdowns with the Brownsboro Lady Bears again, who are no slouch. You've got the Canton Lady Eagles again. Of course, that one's going to be in our building, so at least gives you a little bit of home field advantage there. But you've definitely got some tough competition left still in this district. So, all right, well, JD, let's go ahead and step aside, take one more of our state-mandated UIL break here, and we'll come back and get you the second half right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Alrighty, and we are back here in Maybank. Of course, Cedar Creek Media, as always, as final seconds ticking down here for halftime. Both teams coming back onto the court. Looks like the 5 that are going to be kicking things off. Going to be number 4, Miss Callie Smith. Number 1, Miss J.C. Jones. Number 11, Miss Bailey Litchfield. Number 21, Miss Jada Searcy. And, of course, number 5, Miss Honey Aldridge.
Over on the other side, you got number 2, Olivia Ryan. Number 3, Kaylin Harvey. Number 10, Landry Guy. Number 1, Keely Walker. And number 5, Lana Sherhart.
Good job right there by Miss Kaylin Harvey to kick it back out.
Thought you were complimenting me for getting their names. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yes, great job right there, Mr. Taylor. Yeah. As now the Lady Panthers finally do get it inbounded. And working around Miss Callie Smith. Going to go on the drive.
Offensive.
Looks like it's going to go that way. Number 5.
Moving screen called on Honey. Be her second penalty of the ball game.
So it'll be Van headed the other direction after the foul. As Miss Sherhart bringing it up for him. Runs into a double team, able to pass out of it. It's right back whenever she gets it, though. Ooh, that's going to be a travel called right there, Miss Keely Walker.
That was one of those unfortunate ones where, you know, it's not really her fault. She just slipped on the floor, but that's the way it goes to the letter of the law.
Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles.
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
As Searcy going to grab the inbound, get it up ahead to Litchfield. Litchfield take a little hop stop. Gets it to Searcy. Searcy going to go on the drive all the way. She's got it.
Another and one opportunity here.
And one opportunity once again, as you said, for Miss Jada Searcy.
Now, I'm not great at putting down the misses. I'm not going to lie, JD. I'm much better at putting down the makes, but I have it as 7 of 7. I know that's not right, but.
No, I believe that she. Oh, you're talking about just all shots.
Yeah.
I don't
from
know.
in the paint or from in close, but.
And right there, are able to convert the 3-point play as Miss Searcy going to come away with 3 points that possession.
5 of 6 from the line as well.
And right there, the turnaround shot from Miss Landry Guy on Van's side.
Tough shot.
As now it will be Maybank trying to push it ahead. Smith's pass intended for J.C. Jones just over the head. So Van will take over after the turnover. It'll be Sherhart bringing it up. As she's going to be working right here. Litchfield going to knock it out of bounds. It'll stay on this end of the court with Van. There's another stoppage of play to ask Mitch Litchfield to tuck in her shirt this time.
Fashionista referees here tonight.
Apparently tonight. As Litchfield comes up for the double team. Right there, J.C. Jones almost gets her hands on a steal.
Just couldn't hold on to it.
Playing good defense right here. Ooh, and she's going to end up getting caught with the foul.
A little miscommunication on the foul called over there. Had to
not
clear it up.
Not quite sure what that
He called
was.
it on red at first. He
Oh,
called
gotcha.
it, yeah. So they had to clarify that it was on Maybank.
3-point attempt coming from Van. That one going to go off, but they're able to grab the miss. Honey Aldridge doing a nice job to poke it out and get it on the ground. Litchfield gets down there with it. And possession going to go in the way of Van here.
Telling you, for anybody that ever said boys sports are tougher than girls sports, they haven't been to a high school girls basketball game because they end up on the ground so much. I mean, just the amount of knees and elbows smacking hardwood during one of these games is just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I sound like a broken record. I've said it 100 times, but I would be broken taking half of these hits. So these girls are as tough as they come.
Absolutely. As now Olivia Ryan thought about another 3. Decides to pass out of it. It is Miss Kaylin Harvey who hands it off right there to Walker. Walker going to try to go in. Wow, what a shot right there.
Just a throw up that she makes go in somehow.
threw up a prayer and it worked out for J.C. Jones, trying to respond quickly. Nice job by Honey on the offensive board, puts it up and puts it back in. 5:50 remaining here in period number 3. 42-23 the score with Maybank on top. Litchfield and Honey working with a double team. They're able to get it into the corner, but it looks like another foul going to be called on Miss J.C. Jones. Going to get caught for a push this time. And just like that, Miss Taylor Granger going to come in the game to replace her. And Surehart now trying to run the offense for Van. Ooh, ends up going through the hands of Kaylin Harvey right there. So on the turnover, Maybank will head the other way. And Litchfield able to get it into Searcy. Searcy up ahead to Aldridge.
Oh.
Aldridge was just underneath the basket a little too much. Couldn't get it to fall for her there. As right there, Litchfield going to end up coming away with a foul. I believe that's her first of the game. Yes, it is.
That's a little unusual for Bailey as well. You know, she's kind of a physical player, has a tendency to pick up a few fouls throughout a game.
As now Van on offense, Olivia Ryan trying to get it inside right there to Landry Guy. It's going to end up going out of bounds. So Maybank going to keep it here. As Litchfield going to get it into Sanchez right there. Back to Litchfield. Litchfield pushing it up now. Going to try to get it down inside with Honey Aldridge. I am not sure what happened there. Yeah, I think I agree on that one. Coach trying to get the referee.
Coach Sutton and the official having a little discussion here. So I believe Coach Sutton being issued an official warning here.
Can't say I don't agree with him, though.
I don't know. I'll keep my opinions to myself.
Honey Aldridge right there coming away on defense.
Oh.
Ends up plucking it out of the hands of Surehart. Surehart into the knee of Bailey Litchfield.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Glad to just see her get up there. That looked a little scary.
That looked painful.
So I think Coach Sutton just wanting a little break here for his girls, kind of talk things through. It's been a little slow going here in the start of this third quarter, as we talked about. Well, really, as you saw, that first quarter was a little bit slow for the Lady Panthers as well. So maybe just trying to avoid a little bit of that slowdown we saw at the beginning of the game. Get a little bit more of that second quarter style going here. You know?
Absolutely, trying to keep them pushing the pace, as they would say. As out of the timeout, it will be in the hands of Maybank here. And of course, the press coming from Van. Been doing a nice job working against it all night long so far. Litchfield back to Sanchez. Sanchez up ahead to Granger. Was looking to pass it over to Litchfield, but Litchfield told her look down court. And Nina Sanchez picks it up, tries to go with a little floater. Honey Aldridge grabs the miss, goes back up through the contact. She's got a chance to go to the charity strike now for the three-point play.
First time to the line tonight for Honey.
And right there.
Too strong.
Very unlike Miss Aldridge, as usually she's quite a nice little free throw shooter. Ends up coming away with the miss on that one. Olivia Ryan working on offense for Van on the other end. Passing it around well now. Number 3, Kaylin Harvey with it. Gives it off to Walker. Walker inside to Guy. Guy going to try to go up, and it's going to be blocked right there by Aldridge. Nina
Didn't get all of it, but got enough to deflect it. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Sanchez's pass is taken away right there by Sherhart. And right there, poked free by Maybank, so they're going to stay out of bounds off of them. It'll stay on this side of the court with Van. Looks like Sherhart doing the inbounding responsibilities. She gets it in right there to Thomas. Thomas going to hand it off to number 4 here. 4 gives it back to Sherhart as they will slow things down now. Gives it to Olivia Ryan right there.
Lost
on
it.
the elbow. Ooh. And right there, foul going to be committed. I believe they're going to call Sherhart on that as she fell down and kind of just grabbed on to Aldridge's legs as Aldridge was trying to run away. And
had disappeared.
That was a violent one there.
That was a violent sneeze. You probably heard that anyway, even though I blocked my mic.
On the inbound right there, Olivia Ryan able to tip it back out of bounds.
I'm telling you, the winter allergies this year have been something else. I'm not a winter allergy person, and it's been getting me.
And right there, Olivia Ryan doing a nice job once again to just poke it back out. Litchfield, of course, with the inbounding responsibility. Trying to get it into Granger there. Finally finds Sanchez, and Sanchez is going to be fouled. I believe they're going to call number 4 right there on it. And they do with a block. However, Maybank still trying to fight out of this position here.
Puts him one away from the bonus, though.
And gives a little a little lob in right there to Granger. Jump ball going to be forced by Olivia Ryan. Possession, I believe, going to go into the hands of Maybank once again, and they're going to put him back right in the same spot. They cannot quite get across right now. As Litchfield, looking for the inbound, gets it right there to Sanchez, goes back to Litchfield. Up to Sanchez. Sanchez going to bring it all the way. Pops it over to Aldridge. Aldridge into the corner. Smith with a 3. Little off the mark there. Litchfield grabs the miss, goes back up. This time, Van finally comes away with it. As Van going to look to work on offense here. It is Walker going to get it off to Ryan. Ryan gives it down right there to Thomas. Thomas hands it back to Ryan. Ryan's shot going to be blocked right there by Aldridge. And on the rebound, Callie Smith tries to go coast to coast. Her shot no good. Van tries to heave it down the court as Olivia Ryan sitting back there. Some people call it cherry picking. She didn't feel like running on that one. Didn't feel like joining them on defense that time.
Catching a little break.
So once again, Maybank in position. Some substitutions going to come in the game. J.C. Jones on the court now for Ms. Callie Smith. McKinley White comes in, as well as Jada Searcy back into the ball game. Jada Searcy going to get it now. Working against the defense. She gets it over to McKinley White. White going to slow things down, hand it off to Granger. Granger back to White. Now they'll try to run some offense. Ooh, was looking for where Searcy was, not where she was going. Didn't notice her going for a little cut there. So it will be Van headed in the other direction after the turnover. 2:28 remaining here in period number 3 as Olivia Ryan bringing it down for Van. Gets it inside right there, and wow. A little breakdown in the defense, but unable to finish right there is number 3, Kaylin Harvey. Rebounded by Searcy, and she's just going to dribble it out here. McKinley White going to go on the drive now. As right there, she lost control and then got it back and tried to dribble again. They're going to call her for the double dribble there.
Questionable call. Looked like it got poked away, but we'll go with it.
At this point, I'm not arguing because I don't want to be thrown out of the game. So Olivia Ryan for Van now. And they're going to get into the corner with Guy. Back up to Ryan. Ryan working against J.C. Jones. Jones going to force her to pick up her dribble. Looking to try to get out of trouble. They get it back to Ryan now. And J.C. Jones, I believe, going to get caught with another foul.
It's going to put Van in the bonus. They'll be shooting here.
And I believe that is the 4th one for Jones. So Callie Smith called off the bench by Coach Sutton to come in and take her place, I believe. Olivia Ryan on the charity strike. First shot going to find its way. Now Callie Smith back into the ball game. And substitution going to come in a little late there for Van. But Sherhart back in. 1:45 left to go here in this period. As Olivia Ryan's second shot is going to go in. But Jayla Thomas, a little jumpy right there, ends up going into the lane before the shot. So it will be Granger on the inbound, gets it right there to Searcy. Searcy dribbled her way through a double team and was fouled, able to continue dribbling it. That is what you call ball control right there. As Searcy is going to head to the free throw line now, as Van also has 4 penalties against him.
Tell you what,
or 5 penalties against him. So
we got a referee show breaking out at the basketball game.
You're telling me. I think they've scored more than the girls have in this period. As right there, Searcy able to put the first one in. Looks like substitution going to come in. Olivia Ryan going to head to the bench. I believe one of the first times she's been on the bench thus far in this one. Searcy now goes through her routine and puts in shot number 2. So just like that, extends their lead. As Miss Sherhart going to be working against McKinley White. Gets it inside with Guy. Back to Sherhart now. Sherhart going to get it over to Walker. Walker hands it off to Harvey. Harvey back to Sherhart. And into the corner with Walker. She's going to take it. That one going to go off the back of the rim. Back into the hands of Sherhart. Sherhart's shot. That one's no good. Van doing a nice job on the offensive rebound right now. Sherhart resets things here. Inside with Guy. Decides to go back to Sherhart. And Sherhart going to go on the drive. Going to go off the side of the backboard. And right there, it was Jayla Thomas trying to save it. I think they're going to say that she was pushed right there. Not sure who committed it. They're going to say it was McKinley White that came away with the foul. So now Jayla Thomas on the free throw line here will shoot as she knocks down the first one. Looking at the sideline real quick, see if any substitutions are coming in. They are not. Second shot incoming for Thomas here. That one gonna rim out as Taylor Granger able to grab the rebound. Gets it to Searcy all the way inside right there to, that's the wrong name, Aldridge. Aldridge passes back outside to Searcy. Searcy able to get it under control. She's going to kind of slow things down here. Inside to Aldridge. Aldridge
nice
finds
find.
Granger in the corner,
Dang.
and she's got it.
First 3 made tonight for the Lady Panthers.
It's crazy to think that they've scored this many points without having to have that many three-pointers. They have just been playing very old-school basketball.
Absolutely.
At this point. And right there, Van going to go on the drive. Walker not able to get it to fall for him. Wow, what a find by Aldridge all the way down the court. Great job by McKinley White. Crashing the board right there. Puts it up and puts it in right before the buzzer. And just like that, 51-25 headed into period number 4. How'd we get here? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either, but it's been a fun one.
But really quickly, we will step away, and we will be right back here after this.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And we are back here to start the fourth period of action. Van going to start with it on offense. Shot right there from Sherhart. No good. Olivia Ryan on the offensive board, though. Got a referee right in my way. Can't see quite what's going on down there.
Well, was crashing in there was Harvey trying to get the rebound, but knocked away from her by a Lady Panther, so it'll be out of bounds and still with the Lady Vandals.
So Olivia Ryan going to do the inbounding right here. Finds Sherhart up at the top of the key, and that is where they will set up their offense. Sherhart over there to Ryan. Ryan going to have it poked free by Taylor Granger there. Going to say it goes off of Granger, so it will stay on this side of the floor. They get it into Sherhart to set up the offense now. Trying to get it to Olivia Ryan, almost poked free again by Granger. Right back to Sherhart now. They get it to Ryan. Ryan thought about the three. Defense right there in her face, though. As right there, Callie Smith going to poke it away, and Jada Searcy going to pick up the steal. And right there, Litchfield going to go for another three. Little off the mark there. Olivia Ryan going to slow things down now as Van back on offense. Hands it off to Sherhart here as they just look like they're not playing with a lot of, what's the word I'm thinking of right now? Not a lot of initiative right now to actually, get in there and put points on the board as they are trailing in this one. And it looks like Van wants to take a timeout here.
Well, they've been outscored every quarter so far, JD. 15-10 in the first quarter, 22-9 in the second quarter, and 14-6 there in that third quarter. So, if anything, Van probably looking to win at least one of these quarters,
They need something. And kind of the way they're doing it right now, I mean, I guess you force less possessions between both sides, but as far as the way of points go, it's still kind of hard to do that kind of a thing. So
yes, sir.
I don't know if I fully agree with their slowing it down strategy at the moment, but I guess we'll see how it works out for them.
I guess they're wanting quality over quantity, I guess. That's what I'll choose to say.
There we go. There we go. Something like that. As it will be Maybank starting things off here after the timeout. They get it in right there to Searcy. Searcy bringing it down, finds Smith in the corner. Smith going to get it back to Searcy. Searcy sheds off the defender all the way to the hoop, puts up a little circus shot. Aldridge on the rebound, gets it back to Smith in the corner. Litchfield grabs a rebound off that one, puts it up and puts it in right there in front of the rim. I'd say that was a pretty quality possession.
I'd take it.
Great job on the offensive boards right there by Maybank. As Van now trying to work it on offense. Walker with it now, poked away by Smith.
That was menace. That was just menace. She poked it away and then didn't even try to go to it.
That was a statement poke free.
And
Olivia Ryan tries to go for a three, blocked by Granger. Granger.
Nice find.
Finds Smith there as they had the numbers game on that fast break. So now correct me if I'm wrong, if math is no longer a good thing for me, a 30-point lead here for Maybank now.
I think that math is mathing. Block going to be called here on Litchfield.
Block on Litchfield.
Not with much conviction there. I don't think I think the referee just kind of made up his mind on the fly there.
It was definitely very convincing charge attempt there, but nonetheless, they get the block as it is Harvey to do the shooting at the line. Shot number one, not going to fall. Substitution's going to come in the game. Miss Nina Sanchez back in, as well as Miss Kendall Woods, her first time in the ball game here. Shot number two incoming for Harvey. Thank you so much. As right there, that one does go in. Sanchez gets it into Litchfield, back to Sanchez. Litchfield then throws it up ahead to Smith. Smith going to go all the way, and it's going to bounce in. Great job right there by Miss Callie Smith.
Now has 13 points tonight.
And back on the offense with Van, going to look to go inside with Harvey. Harvey didn't put it on the ground, but took quite a few steps. I think they might have missed a travel there. But nonetheless, off the miss, Maybank able to go the other direction.
Smith got hit hard. Shot didn't go in, but no foul either, so just turnover.
It is going to be another turnover. So going back and forth right now with turnovers, I guess, as it is Sherhart bringing it up. Going to go right there to Harvey. Harvey to Walker there, top of the key. She's going to go for the drive all the way inside. No good on the shot. Nina Sanchez going to go all the way. No one's stopping her. Sherhart steals it away at the last moment. Nina Sanchez now grabs the steal. Puts up the shot.
You're going to get Litchfield on the push there.
Litchfield with a push there. Wow, so up until about that third period, she didn't have a single foul. Now she's got 3 of them here. And it will be Van taken back over on offense. 4:13 remaining here in period number 4. 57-26 the score. Maybank still on top. Litchfield does a nice job poking that one into the hands of Honey Aldridge. Now working on offense is Maybank. Kendall Woods going to go on the drive right there. No foul called. So a clean block there from Miss Jayla Thomas. Goes out of bounds off of Thomas, though. So it will stay on that side of the court with Maybank.
7:39 Central Standard here. So this game been going on for a while, JD. I was thinking, it seemed like this one had been going.
Yeah, that JV game had taken quite a while. A lot of fouls in the late going of that one as well, as has this one. So time just ticking away as all these fouls are called as Litchfield finally finds the mark there from three-point land.
1 of 4 now.
60-26 now the score with 3:33 remaining. And it is Sherhart looking for somewhere to go. Gets it right there to Maya Hill. I believe her first time in the game. Gets to Olivia Ryan. She's going to drive all the way now. Shot just off the mark. Honey Aldridge going to take it off the miss. Drives all the way down herself. Hands it off to Nina Sanchez for 3. No good there on that one. Fighting for the rebound down low. Sherhart. And Litchfield just kind of let her do her thing, and she ended up hitting the ground. Sherhart was looking for somebody to run into. Litchfield trying to get it into Sanchez there. It's poked out of bounds by Sherhart. So it will stay on this side again. Litchfield going to get, thought she was going to give it off to Sanchez right there. Decided to go up top with Kendall Woods. Gets it over to McKinley White, hands it off to Sanchez. Sanchez to Litchfield. Litchfield, McKinley White. White will go for a little drive, pops it back out. Into the hands of Litchfield. Down there, Kendall Woods. Going to take a little shot on the baseline. That one no good. As Van picks it up, Sherhart going to try to go all the way with it. Decides to slow it down now. Into the corner with Guy. Guy going to put up the three. No good on that one. Offensive board right there. Hill able to grab the miss as it will stay on this side. Sherhart gives it off to number 4. Number 4 was looking for someone to pass it and then decided to go ahead and take off, but she forgot to put the ball down before she took her steps.
Yeah, initiated a pivot with one foot and then took off with that same foot before dribbling, like you said. So it's kind of one of those mental errors.
So Maybank taking back over. Sanchez hands it off to White to get it across half court. White finds Sanchez. Sanchez to Litchfield. Litchfield thought about the shot, decided not to go with it. Inside to Granger, passing around really nicely. Now she'll take it. That one off the back of the rim. Sherhart grabs the rebound. Gonna look to go all the way. Tries to get it inside to Olivia Ryan there. Ends up going out of bounds off of Ryan.
Number 1 for both teams coming in here. Jones for us and Walker for them.
Of course, Jones with 1 foul, so finally able to get back into this one. As she gets it ahead to Miss McKinley White, who gets it there to Woods. Woods going to take a little jumper. Not able to find the rim there on that one.
Kendall Woods, one of the youngsters here on this team, only a sophomore. It's going to be fun to watch her continue to develop. We got to watch her a lot during volleyball season, and same friend actually texted me about Van. Got to see her play volleyball and said, wow, that girl can really jump.
Yeah.
So she's got all the athleticism in the world. Just got to finish rounding out those basketball skills, and she's going to be something to attest with.
Absolutely. As Van working on the offense. Walker on the miss, and Granger with a big block. Pass up ahead to J.C. Jones. Ooh, blew the layup there on that one. Ooh, but stolen away by Sanchez now. Gets it to White. White back to Sanchez. Sanchez flipping sides of the court. Gets it inside to Woods. Hands it off to Granger. Granger going to take the little jumper, and she's got it to fall.
Got that soft bounce.
Not sure what's going on. Oh, it looks like some substitutions coming in for Van here.
And that makes 9 points for Taylor Granger.
58 seconds remaining now here in period number 4. 62-26 the score. As Olivia Ryan going to try to go all the way with the drive, and she will be fouled, so she'll head to the charity strike. Seems to be a thing that happens in the later going of the game. A lot of fouls start getting called. And Olivia Ryan, shot number 1. That one's able to find the bottom. And on shot number 2, that one going to bounce out. So off the miss, Maybank trying to get it across half court. Nina Sanchez just dribbles her way out of a double team and runs right into a foul right there. I believe they got number 1. Aha, look at there. See,
yeah, look at
I got
you.
eyes sometimes. Miss Keely Walker going to commit the foul right there. Get it into Sanchez now. Sanchez, she's kind of dribbling around with it. As you see, kind of the urgency from Maybank's offense has kind of died down as they are just trying to get this one over and done with. And Woods gets it back to Sanchez. Sanchez now to White. White pivoting around with it. Gets it to J.C. Jones. Jones puts it on the ground and gives it to Woods. Woods inside to Granger. Back outside now, and that is kind of how this thing's going to end, as I don't believe another shot's going to be taken. But before that happens, it ends up going out of bounds. So we will have one more inbound here for the 0.5 seconds left on the board. Right. As they get it in right there to Sanchez. Clock hadn't started yet. There it goes. Time has expired. I locked eyes with the baseball coach as he was a little late starting that clock there for that final half a second there.
Shame on you, Coach McCrossin.
But we get it nonetheless, and that's how things are going to finish off here.
I'm going to go get.
All right, sounds good. As it is a 62-27 victory here at home for the Lady Panthers, as Taylor has grabbed Miss Taylor Granger here. Taylor went to grab Taylor.
No, that's what I was just telling her. It's awkward. It was weird to go over there and say, hey, my name, come over here. So there you go, Miss Taylor. All right. So now we have got one of the senior leaders here of the Maybank Lady Panthers. It is Miss Taylor Granger. First of all, Taylor, awesome game. Ended up with 9 points, a bunch of blocks, and I mean just absolutely a terror defensively in the middle. So just kind of tell us, you kind of got slotted into a six-man role here this year on this basketball team. What does it mean for you to be one of the senior leaders and be able to come out there and kind of be the first one on the court off the bench and kind of set the tone? Because that's usually what you do, is you go out, very physically set a tone.
I've been playing with these girls for about 4 years, and so it feels very comfortable. It feels very like we've been doing the same thing forever. So I just remember that it's just another game, and I go out and I try to work my butt off.
Absolutely. And again, not to keep harping on that same thing, but you're one of the senior leaders on this team, and you're one of the posts on this team, and you've been kind of, from what I've been told, kind of helped bringing along Honey. So just kind of give us a little idea about what this freshman's about.
I love her to death. She is the sweetest thing. She works her butt off, too, probably more than anybody else on the team. And I trust her more than anybody else, and she gets out there and gets it done. And, sometimes she needs a break, and I'm more than welcome to just set in. And she gives me the opportunity to be a guard, too, so I like that as well.
Absolutely. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to make it out, and you don't have to worry about telling us too much, but we didn't get to see the Burke Burnett tournament. So kind of, if you don't mind, give us a little bit of a recap of how the tournament went.
So we came out and we blew the first two teams out. And then the third game we unfortunately lost, but it was an early game. We weren't locked in. But then we finished the fourth game and we got the dub. And then we ended up tying for first with like two other teams.
Okay.
Me and Jada, we got the first team all-tournament awards. So we ended it on a good note.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, all right, Taylor, we'll let you out of here on this one and let you go celebrate with your team. But go ahead and tell us, what was your favorite thing you got over the Christmas break?
My tattoo gun.
Ooh.
I'm going to be a tattoo artist.
Oh, okay. So that's what you want to do later on?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'll be the first in the chair. Don't worry. All right, Taylor Granger, thank you so much for coming to talk to us. All right, JD. So that's the first time we've actually got to talk. That's the first time I've ever got to really talk to Taylor. So you can just kind of tell by talking to her for about 30 seconds. She's as sweet as she could be.
Oh, absolutely.
And she is she's a fierce competitor, man. So just seeing how intense she normally is during the game, and then seeing how sweet she was when she was over here, kind of threw me off at first. You know what I mean?
Let's just kind of see the duality of Miss Taylor Granger there.
Absolutely. Hey, and as a fellow Taylor, I can appreciate it. Well, JD, we've only got a few minutes left until this boys basketball game, and we got a thing or two we got to take care of. So let's go ahead and cut this one down, and we'll be back here in about the next 5 to 7 minutes to bring you the Maybank Panthers taking on the Vandals.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.